Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Oleg. I'm your host today. I'm going to do unboxing and assembly of this new Kingbull Rover I just received. This is an off-road machine, dual suspension. So let's open up and see how it's packed. Here has a bicycle pack from the top. Inside you're gonna find seat, fenders right here you would need to attach, and everything looks very good packed so far. And here's how it looks from the side. Everything looks untucked. Over here is the box with the tools. I'm going to open up and to show you what is inside. Full-size pedals. Looks like charger. It says 3-amp charger. There's a box with wow, it comes with a large headlight, like I usually use for e-moped style, but it's pretty large. And it comes with the tools over here and user manual right here. Oh wow, it comes with really nice tools. And this one is really nice, like professional wrench for bike and small one. So you got a lot of tools with this bike. The first step I'm going to do, install the handlebar. In order to install the handlebar, you would need to remove these 4 bolts from here, from headset. So I'm going to remove it. And in order to attach the handlebar, you would, I don't know if all of them comes like this, but I would have to move this fork a little bit lower, because these two, I'm not sure what's the name for them, tubes are on the way, so you cannot really attach the handlebar like this. So what you do, you use an Allen key, which is 6 millimeters. You would tighten 4 bolts on the sides, like I just did. Okay. And then you would move it up to here. It's pretty simple process. And then once you're tight, bring them all over up, you would tighten. And you would tighten, looks like they're specifically not tightened well, so it's probably designed this way. And now you'll bring the handlebar up. This shifter going to be on your right side. Make sure it's not drop. And reattach with same bracket you just removed. With the 4 bolts you just removed as well. And I use this torque wrench set. It's good up to 24 Nm torque from 2. So it's easy to use, come with all these bits you need usually to assemble the bike. More like professional tools. Highly recommend to have one if you're going to do assembly by yourself and maintain the bike. It's available link in description. The next step, I will attach the wheel. Before attaching the wheel, I would remove this nuts from both sides with a locking washer. Same thing on this side. And the reason I do this, it will be much easier to install the wheel. It takes only a few, maybe seconds longer versus to put them together, but it will be much easier to install it. I'll show you how. I would lift up the fork, and this fork protector, the metal piece, I would remove. Then I would remove this plastic from the brakes. This is protecting the brakes from locking in, and insert the wheel like this. Make sure you put the disc brake between the pads, and then you will just drop it, just like that. Then I would use the kickstand, and the bike can stand it like this. Then I take this locking washer, this small piece like this, going inside. There's a hole in the fork. You're going inside the hole over there. Then you use this nut to attach it, and you do exactly the same thing on both sides. The next step to attach the headlight, and if you're planning to attach the fenders, mud guards, it's a time to attach now. I will not attach it because I like the look without. We don't get much rain. I will keep it in storage, but I will attach the headlight right over here. So you would need to remove this bolt before attaching. So once you remove the bolt, you take this nut, insert it, and reattach it, and use the nut from behind to tighten up. Then use the Allen key to tighten up. You would need to reconnect this cable right over here. You need to find right here. You would just align two arrows and push it from both sides, just like that. That's it. You would need Allen key if you want to move the headlight up and down. You would loosen up this bolt from both sides a little bit, and you can move it up and down depending on the location you want. And then you tighten up all these bolts, and it should stay very well. Pretty large headlight. And now it's time to attach the pedals. So I'm gonna start with the right side. So right side on my right hand while sitting on the bike, but you don't need to guess. It says here R, and pedal have R, so it means right to the right. Also, it will show you direction, so you cannot miss it. So it will show direction. You can remove the sticker because you don't need it, and you can attach it. The pedals, just like that. You can also try to do this way. I'll use a 50mm wrench to tighten up. And you do exactly the same thing on another side. And that's how the Kingbull Rover will look once you assemble it. Assembly actually was pretty simple and easy. I did not attach the fenders or mudguards, as you can see, but if you need them, you can attach. They come for free already. The bike, it looks like a really nice paint with some sparkle in it. I like it. It's gray. It's just looks really good. The best feature of this bike is that built-in battery from the top, not from the bottom. I like it because when you're riding off-road or anywhere, you will not worry about the battery will drop off. It's sitting very well, and actually the same way sit on the light riders. That's what I like about it. Very good as a battery sitting, and the battery is like 17.5 amp, which makes it a pretty large battery for this price range. So let me show you how I will look on this bike while I'm sitting. So it's like more like straight up position, pretty good, because the handlebar located from the ground about 45 inches almost, okay, from the bottom. And it comes with a dual crown fork, which does not have any adjustment on it. So it's just a basic fork, but it's a dual crown. I'm not sure how it functions. I did not ride the bike yet. We're gonna ride together today, but the seat can go as low as 34 inches from the ground and as high as 41 inches from the ground. So somebody who is probably 5'3", 5'4" can fit the bike, and who will be like 6'4" and above probably will fit the bike as well, because there's also enough space to put a like steam raiser, and it will lift the handlebar higher if you want to. So there's enough cable on the front, about increase about 2-3 inches higher if you want to. And the handlebar about 28 inches wide, which is give you good maneuver while you're running on the street or off-road. So this is a fat tire bike. As you can see, the tires by CST BFT 26x4, pretty beefy tires. I know they're usually pretty light, so I recommend if you ride them off-road or even on the street, they're not that thick. Usually this brand have thinner tires. To put some slime or flat out would be great, so you will avoid some flat tires. Usually I put, every time I go off-road, I put this solution inside, and that's something I recommend to do with most of the bicycles. About the rear shock, so far I don't see any movement, and the reason is because I think they put a kind of short shock. I disassemble it and I check it out. Looks like the shock about an inch shorter than it should be, and I'm gonna ride it as is. But I talked to the Kingbull company about the shock. They told me the next batch will have upgraded shock, but I don't think you should wait for the next batch, because I checked online, you can find the shock for about less than $100 and much better probably with air shock, which will have all the adjustment, even with options to locking the locking the rebounds automatically from your handlebar. So you can get really nice shock for under 100, like around $100. And what they did, they told me they dropped the price. So if you buy them right now with my discount, it will be only like $1120. So it will be $1,120, which is makes very good price for this type of battery size. Just full setup. The seat is very comfortable. It looks like very soft, nice. So only the rear shock, I think they made mistake. They put the short one. Maybe I'm not that heavy enough, so maybe they put too firm. The shock does not give you how much pound it is. So what I'm gonna do probably later on in the next video, I'm gonna buy different shock and I'll try to upgrade it. It's super easy to upgrade it. So if you're thinking you need a dual shock, as you want functional one, I recommend to buy this bike right now while it's on sale versus to wait until upgrade, because they told me upgraded one will be more expensive. And that makes sense, because bicycle with this type of setup would cost you about $1,400 at least. So I recommend to buy now, not to wait, and upgrade by yourself. Bolts to remove and replace it. So it's super easy should be, and it will take you only like 20 minutes while you can upgrade with much better rear shock, and then you'll have much better ride, of course. And the front fork, as I said before, we're gonna check it out. So let's go over some other spec on this bike and go for the speed test, hill test, and see how the bicycle actually perform as is on the road. Let's check out the headlight, how it's bright. As you can see, it should be pretty bright. I'm during the daytime, and since the bike is more like for off-road, it does not come with any taillight, but there is a reflector under the seat. You can probably buy taillight attached to the on the battery, rechargeable, and attached to the seat post. Then if you look on the over here, you're gonna get Shimano 7-speed cassette with Shimano derailleur, which is a pretty basic one with a derailleur guard, and Shimano shifter 7-speed, as I said earlier. Half throttle, the grips are from rubber, feels like, around it, and the same on this side. This controller, pretty basic, plus and minus, and power button. Plus sign, you hold it to turn the headlight on and off, and this minus one, if you hold it, it should activate walk mode if it does have it. Let's see if it does. Oh yes, it does have walk mode, but you have to be in pedal assist 1 in order to activate it. This bike has a nice M6C display, which also comes with USB port underneath over here. And as you can see, it's a color display. It comes with a 5-speed levels. And once you turn on the headlight, you'll see some more headlight on top. Also, it will give you a lot of information: trip, voltage, current, and time while the bike was on, so you know how long you're riding this bike, I guess. And to turn it off, you just press this button and will turn it off. Then if you just bought the bicycle, on the right side there is a key to remove the battery. Also on this side, it's a switch to turn on and off the battery. So once you turn it on, then you can see the battery level. If you push this button over here, you're gonna see 3 green and red. So red one will always be there. The green light will just drop once you discharge the battery. On another side of the battery, you'll find charging port right here. It's all well covered with a rubber, so the dust will not get inside, will not damage the battery. And it comes with 180 millimeters disc brakes, which is hydraulic by U-Link brand. The same brakes on the Light Rider, which give you pretty nice stopping power, but I don't know how fast this bike will go, so we're gonna check it out as well. And if you're new to the hydraulic brakes, don't try to unscrew any bolts on it, because you can mess it up. And if it's squishy, like you're pushing and it's touching the handlebar, so it means it needs bleeding most likely, or you get some leaking. Usually when you get squishing, sometimes happens when you flip over the bike upside down. So I recommend you to flip it back on the tires, wait it for a few hours, and pump it. So it might fix it right there. Otherwise, if not fixed, check all this connector over here and also on the calipers to make sure there's no oil. If this oil, it might be damaged, or you need to tighten up the screw and fill up the oil. The oil fill in right over here, I think in this bolts. And the seat looks very comfortable, soft and large, so I don't think you need to replace it, but you can always replace if you want like more plusher or harder one. But original one comes really nice, soft. And the motor marked as 750 watt motor with 48 volt, and we're gonna test it out in uphill to see how powerful the motor is, because I know the Light Rider is a very powerful bike, and hopefully this bike as well. So we're gonna test it out and see how everything will go. And this shock, which I think it might be just is too firm, or it does need a little bit longer. So if you get 220 lengths or 210, it might work for you better. But I'm gonna buy few and test it out to see if it's just because the shock is too firm, maybe it's 1,000 pounds, or maybe it's too short. My prediction is too short, which does not have enough pushing travels, that's why. But again, I'm gonna test it out, and as I said earlier, it's worth the money to replace it if you're buying as of today deal, because the bike only like 1,100, so it's very good price. Let's go and see how the bike actually rides. Pedaling is good on pedal assist level 1 so far, gear number 5. For some reason this computer, the one I got, I still need to learn how it works. I'm gonna go with GPS on the phone at this time compared to the speed on display, and I'll use the full throttle. I'll go to pedal assist level 5 and let's go. So we're gonna go see how fast it can go on throttle only. I didn't do any adjustment to the settings. So 20 miles an hour, 23, 25, 26, 28 on GPS, and 27.5 on display. Wow, It hits 28 very easily, actually, but it stays stable on 28, didn't go any faster. 27.5 on display, less than actually GPS show. So let's go and see how actually pedaling and what's the top speed I'm gonna get without ghost pedaling first. So gear number 7, speed number 5. It's good so far. 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29. So got 29 miles an hour and brake. Oh, brakes works good, not squeaking, just stopping right away almost. So got easy 29 miles an hour without any ghost pedaling, so it's good. So it's a nice setup bike, but the fork works, I would say, okay for the price you pay. It's not really premium fork, it's just basic one, crown fork. But rear shock need to be replaced for sure if you're planning to ride off-road. If you're planning to ride city, it's just hardtail bike, I guess, because it's very comfortable seat. And let's go again to test the brakes. We'll go to, let's say, 25 miles an hour, 26, and stop. Oh, nice. So not really squeaking, anything, works just great. I'm gonna go to gear number 4, pedal assist level 1, and see how actually looks like the brakes, front brakes need a little bit adjustment. It's very simple, just 2 bolts to unscrew. So I'll go from 7 miles an hour and see how fast it'll go. So it's about, I would say, 10 miles an hour, and then it's cut off. It shows like 11 on GPS, and then level 2, pedal assist level 2 would go about 14, 15, so about 50 miles an hour. Level 3, it will go faster, about 90 miles an hour. Level 4 would go about 24 miles an hour. So you get about 10, 14, and then was 24. It's too hot outside to think even. It's about 96 degrees on this thermometer, showing me 40, which is probably accurate. It's about 96 when I left my home. And I'm gonna turn off completely power. Completely turn off the power and try to pedal on gear number 3. Let's see. I think something making noises. I think I need to, I have another attachment for computer. So I'm riding right now with no power at all, just as a regular bicycle. I do have like about 30, 29, 28 psi on the rear and 25 on the front. So I put a lot of air pressure in these tires. They can go up to 30 psi actually. Usually it's like 20, but this one up to 30, which makes this bike even better for city ride, because you can, like, I put higher psi. It's a little bit maybe firmer, but I feel still very comfortable on the street. So you shouldn't get any problem riding in the city. It's commuter, straight up position, which makes the bike comfortable riding. You're sitting all the way on top, like very high. But now we're gonna, and I'm actually riding right now with 0 pedal assist, so basically there's no assist at all. So I'm gonna switch to number 2 and go. Actually I'm gonna use the throttle mostly, because we're gonna go for the hill test right now and test it out to see how steep hill it can take. Oh, now it works. Let's see. So I'm gonna test one more time the speed to see how accurate is GPS over here. It's a bit delay. So on phone GPS show me 21, over there 22, also 20. So it's catching up. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 on the phone, 28.4 on GPS on the right, 29. Wow, it's hit 29 now. So I noticed, like, when you buy the bicycle, after riding a little bit, the motor get lubricate more, so you're gonna get better speed, better performance. So I got 29 miles an hour on only quarter of a mile, or was 0.25 miles range distance. The time I rode 49 seconds. I'm not sure if it's all accurate, but the temperature now it's 43 degrees outside, so it's getting hot. All right, so looks like camera recording, and let's go and see how fast I can go on the throttle only on the longer road. And both of the GPS works right now. The only thing is the phone 26, 27. Well, I usually stop on the intersection, slow down over here, because you never know what the car's gonna do. So hit 27. So this bike is pretty quick actually. Nice acceleration. We're gonna test it out to see if the climbing hill will be good. Over here we can go probably faster. Just need to be very careful, because somebody opens the door, the best brakes will not help. So go 26 miles an hour now, 27, 28. 28 on the GPS computer on the right, 29 on the right, 29 on the phone, and display show me 28. So display actually a little bit less. 29 on the, oh, I ran over some stuff. 29 on the phone, 29 on the GPS computer. So I would say 29 very solid, keep going. 29.4 on computer. Now I'm gonna slow down here. So 29.4, the top speed was on computer. On display show me less, most likely due to the wheel diameter, a little bit adjustment needed, but I will just leave it as is. That's okay, it show a little bit less, but this is most accurate you can get computer usually with GPS. So get 29.4 on the phone. Oh fuck. Almost ran over somebody here. People are like crazy. The guy really like just get right under the car. The guy would run them over because everybody blinded by sun, I guess. But anyways, risking my life right now making this video. So 27, 28, 20. It's a little bit uphill over here gonna be, but it's still going 28 solid, 28, 29 on GPS, the phone GPS, 29. Alright, so I'm very close to the hill now, and we're gonna test out the throttle only uphill test. Hopefully this bike will make it. Hopefully, I'm not really expecting, because this most 750 motors usually make uphill, but not always. So it's too hot right now. It might give you error messages, or even burn the motor or controller or the total bike on fire. 43 Celsius, so it's a torture kind of to this type of bike. 43 Celsius outside right now, and it's 44 show me. I was in the shade just right now, so I'm gonna stop here, and we'll stop here and then just go. So it's about 100 degrees, I guess. You can convert it to Fahrenheit, and it's about 13 speed, 16 miles per hour, 14 on display. The GPS kind of slowed down right now. It's 10 miles an hour. Let's keep pulling I'm not sure if it will make it uphill. 7 miles an hour, 6 miles, 4 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, and 3 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. So it's like, I don't know if it will make it. Most likely motor is still working, very slow. So I will just stop, go this way, and then we'll do another test with pedaling to see if it will help me with pedaling. So it make only like quarter of the hill on throttle only, so this bike does not really, so it's all about settings also and controller, how it's set it up. So it's not really a throttle only hill climber like some other 750 watt motors. There's only few actually who made uphill on 750 motor like mountain bike, because the wheels are larger. I guess it's much harder for it to climb it. So I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna go just pedal it, gear number 3, and I will pedal, see if it can make it 17 miles an hour. Basically I pedal it and it will help me to get uphill. It's pedaling not bad. On gear number 3 I still have 2 gears up front if I want to switch, but I give you a little bit assist over here, just a little bit, not a lot. And the hill, you can see it's very steep, but I'm getting uphill about 9 miles an hour with the assist. If I switch to gear number 2, will be much easier to pedal for me, but I'm just giving you a little bit power, a little bit push. So the motor is not as bad as some bicycle would shut off completely. So it's still making uphill. So the bike still made it nice with my assistance. So if you're looking bike for commuter city ride for affordable price, it's a great pedaling bike on mostly flat. Unless you want to pedal uphill, then it should be fine as well. Now we're gonna go downhill and test the brakes one more time. About 26, 29. Yeah, it's pretty good. It does not really burn the tires. It's a little bit lucky in the rear wheel, but not a lot. Alright, so the camera turned off because it got overheated a little bit, the GoPro. So it made nice braking downhill over here, but due to the weather, it's like 46 right now degree Celsius. You can translate in Fahrenheit if you want to, it's easy on Google. But again, the motor is pretty powerful enough, a 750. It's not as loud, and it didn't really give me any sounds change when I'm going uphill, so it was pretty good. The rear shock, it just, as I said before, it's just more basic one, nothing like to be excited about, but it is looking good. The headlight, it's bright, large. I didn't ride the bike at night, but I can see it's pretty bright headlight, nice display. So again, this bike is a good bicycle as commuter, probably good pedaling as well, with the 5 pedal assist levels. I think display can be adjusted to your custom power you want to as well. It's a good adjustable display, will show you the voltage, current, and all the information. Pretty bright, and I'm wearing polarized sunglasses, and I can see everything on display as well, better than on the phone actually. So again, that's about it for this bike. I'm gonna make probably another video if I decide to upgrade the rear shock, which I probably will do that. So subscribe to my channel and you may see this video. And again, if you're interested to buy this bike, I recommend to use this code, the one I have, so you will save $80. The bike looks really nice. I think it comes in different colors as well. The pedaling is pretty good. So as is, the bike is only 1100. I think it's well worth it. Better than to buying just a hardtail. So for this price you can get hardtail most likely, but this one is like hardtail but with options, I guess, to upgrade the rear shock and make this bike amazing. And most likely if you want to make a rear shock upgrade, you may want to upgrade the front fork with air fork as well, which might cost you another $100 a plus. So for $200 you're gonna get a really nice bike with a nice frame, very nice battery, seating solid. So everything else would be like original. So if you do this upgrade, so you spend between $200 to $300. So the bike will cost you, let's say, about $1,400, but you will have premium shocking system, which you will not find bike in this range on the market. Even Aventon will cost you more and it will not have even shocks on the rear. And looks like it's 46 degrees outside right now, and my GoPro already turned off like 4 times on me. So I guess that's all for today. I'm going home, cool down a little bit, and then we'll search for a new shock to see if I can upgrade it. And if I can upgrade it, I'll post another video again. As I said earlier, please use the link in the description if you decide to buy this bike. They also have foldable bike, which I love it the most. It's a light rider. It's under $1,000, like $920 after discount, which is very good price. And that bike could climb the hill easily on throttle only, so more power, but smaller wheels. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.